you don't get better at directing without directing a lot. And there's only one place you can direct a lot, and that is television. I really want to be directing television. And sort of to a number, they were all like, oh, yeah, no, you're not going to be able to do that. So when you make your next indie feature, be in touch. And I was so confused. Like I thought maybe they understood something about me that I couldn't see in myself. I thought it was personal. I thought it was about me or my work, that I would be well suited to TV. So when I came to this moment where I really, really, really wanted to pivot back into directing full, in a really meaningful way and get paid for it and work at the studio level, and the independent work I'd done, I loved, but I really wanted to, I thought back to that conversation and I thought, like, what could they have meant? What did they like? Let me examine, like, if I'm going to pursue this and there's something I'm not good at, let me look at that. Like, what's going on? And then I just had this moment where I was like, I don't know. I mean, a lot of the guys I came up in theater with are working in TV, and a lot of the guys I went to film festivals with, wait a minute. Is it literally that? Like, is it literally the guys? And I sort of just did this little quick inventory of the filmmakers I knew who were women, and the filmmakers I knew who were men, the filmmakers I knew who were of color, and the white men. And I just was like, well, is it just this obvious that this sort of allegedly like inclusive industry is really, really not welcoming leadership from historically excluded classes? And once I sort of figured out that like what's at work is unconscious bias, like I don't think anyone's trying to keep me away from this. They just, when I say the word surgeon, we all get an image in our head. When I say the word nurse, we have a very different image, right? This is unconscious bias. By the way, content of Station 19 did a lot around this and for this, and representation of women and people of color as firefighters is really profound. Like that's a really profound cultural shift, just simply creating real believable characters in those roles. Anyway, when I realized it was unconscious bias, I was like, okay. I mean, I just didn't care. I mean, I was just like, I can fight that. So I was like, it's going to be hard and I'm going to have a hard time doing it. And people are going to say a million stupid things to me, including like, well, you don't look like a director, or there's the background catering line over there, or hair makeup's that way, or like a million stupid things, a million assumptions when I get on set. Many fewer now, but I was like, I don't care. Now that I understand that it's not personal to me, that we're all dealing with cultural issues related to our unconscious bias, that we all have to work on this collectively. I no longer, I mean, listen, it was really hard to get started as a director, but the question of gender didn't feel so pressing to me when I came to understand the role of gender in the overall structure of an industry that is driven by money, therefore fear. So anyone who's unusual, who has a big job, is scary. And the more of us are doing it, the less fear there is.